welcome. I'm Katie and this is the importance of temperance. And finally, I am doing my last top tarot trumps video of the series, and because I have been really super late in doing this, I wanted to do it before the end of the year, but I didn't get the chance to, unfortunately, because life, work, Christmas, holiday season, busyness, and life gets in the way, does it not? So I thought I would do the three of them together, and I was only going to do three of each, and then I couldn't decide, so I ended up doing the typical 5 cards for each major. So I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're doing super well. Again, I hope that you had a lovely festive season, lovely holidays, that you spent time with loved ones. I am out on my veranda. Disclaimer, it is a dark and rainy day, and hence the lighting isn't 100%. I have to have my overhead light on, and so it's kind of shining on this card, so I hope that you can see them. I've kind of put them as best as possible, but yeah, I can't fit them all into the frame, unfortunately. I am doing really well. I had a really busy kind of Christmas and after Christmas with work mainly. I had Christmas Day with my landlady's family. She hosted Christmas here, so that was really nice. And New Year's Day, I didn't really do much. If you do follow me on Instagram, I can't remember if I posted on my tarot channel or my fountain pen channel, but I started or ended the year on the beach. I have set myself the intention of more beach for me because it is my happy place, and for some reason I have been too lazy to actually go to the beach and deny myself the pleasure of doing what I love. And I love being by the ocean. I love being on the beach. Sun, salt, and sand is my vibe. I moved to Queensland. It's sort of a tropical place up here. You can pretty much go to the beach all year round, except when it's raining and hideous, of course. So I haven't been doing that. One, because I don't drive, and so it's kind of hard for me to get there. I have to catch a bus up and then another bus across to where I like to go to the ocean or beach. It is on the Pacific Ocean where I'm at, and also because I get myself into a bit of a rut, and I just sort of like go to work, come home, then from home I go to work, and everything is a little bit too difficult because I don't drive. I can't jump in the car and go. So 2025 is going to be a year where I start doing things that really are good for me. I know I have a pool, so that also is one of those things that keeps me at home. It's easy, and as you have seen, my place, if you've watched some of my videos, is kind of got a Balinese vibe to it. So that means that I practically, it's a vibe here, like it's like living in a Balinese resort at the end of the day. But yeah, so 2025 is going to be that year where I'm attracting more of those things that I love into my life, and I want to give that out to everybody. So that's my wish for 2025, and I want to leave 2024 behind. It wasn't a fantastic year, I must admit. Say goodbye and let 2024 go. All right, so as we can see on the ground here, we have the Sun, Judgment, and the World. We have the Tarot de Marseille, and I think this artwork is based on Nicolas Convert, or if that's how you pronounce it, and this is the vintage Tarot de Marseille from Lo Scarabeo, and this is the vintage RWS from Lo Scarabeo as well. As we can see, the Sun and the Judgment and the World here. Now these two cards, the Judgment and the World, are very similar, whereas the Sun differs. I mean, the Sun sort of is very present, but it differs in the fact that you've got a child on a horse here, and you just have the twins here, but you still got the wall behind them. And if we do have a look down here, I have my 3 cards from the Thoth deck. The Sun is somewhat similar to the Tarot de Marseille. We do have the Sun in the background, and then we have the twins celebrating life here. Oh, sorry about the glare. We have the Eon here as opposed to Judgment, and again it's about coming to the end, recalibrating, reviewing, seeing where we're at, and then making choices to move forward. As we can see, they're very similar, these cards. Trying to get out of the glare there. The angel calling up people out of their graves. So the call to lead a better life. And here we have the dancer. Tiny dancer. We've got the dancer. And these are very similar, sort of with a figure in the middle of the wreath representing the 0. So realize potential. And then we have the figures in the 4 corners there, which indicate the 4 elements, and the dance of life, of completion. So what I'm going to do, let me just set these aside for now and just give you a brief summary of what these 3 cards represent. The sun, obviously, when it comes out, it's one of the most auspicious cards of the tarot deck. It indicates warmth, it indicates vibrancy, it indicates joy. It's bringing the light of consciousness into your life. It's a happy card, it's a positive card, and whatever card it's near, it always like brings out the positive side or shows that the situation isn't as bad as one might have assumed. To me, it brings joy. When I see it, it makes me smile. I'm not really fond of the imagery with this child on this horse, so it is what it is. But I have other cards that represent that fun, that joy, that passion. And it's also a card of wisdom. To me, it's a card about the heart, coming from the heart, using your wisdom. So it's a joyous card to me, the sun. Now, Judgment is one of those cards that I don't really kind of like the imagery of, to be honest. It's never kind of like my fave card of the deck. To me, it has kind of 2 meanings. It can mean to judge and criticize other people, and it's a reminder to not judge others critically, or even if you are judging someone critically, to base that criticism on some deep sort of perception or some deep insight. So you're looking at the reality of the situation and judging the situation, not your own perception, but on the reality. And then if you're going to give feedback, give constructive criticism to the person to help them rather than, put them down. And it's also a reflection of us and our own self reflection or introspection, how far we've come, where we're going, what have we done with our life so far. It is a call to rise up and maybe lead a better life than we have been leading, or it can be an awakening, a spiritual awakening. So something within us is awakened, and we listen to that inner call. It's also a crossroads. We're coming to this crossroad where we're going to sort of make these decisions about how we're going to go forward and what we're going to leave behind. So yeah, it's kind of like a criticism card, a judgment card, but wanting to be a positive criticism, positive judgment. But it also is a card of life review. You come to this crossroad, you look back, you look at your journey, and you looked at what you've achieved, and then, you look critically at yourself. Then you make a decision about what you're going to leave behind and what you're going to bring with you, and you kind of move forward into something new and something more spiritual, I guess. Yeah, so that's the Judgment. And then the World card. To me, the World card is just that card of completion. So when that sort of comes out, to me, it's the potential realized. So we start off the journey with the 4, with the 0, and the 0 is unrealized potential. And this is the end of the journey where we actually have fulfilled that potential, and we have gone through the whole Major Arcana, and we've learned our lessons, hopefully, and we have come to the end of this journey, and we feel fulfilled, we feel happy, we feel successful, and we're dancing on the top of the world. Yeah, it's a happy card, it's a successful card. It denotes some sort of conclusion, some sort of ending, and that ending is successful, and that we have realized what we set ourselves to do. And being an end, it is also the beginning to a new journey, so to speak. Alright, so let me set those aside, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in these three together because I love all three of these cards. And they are from the Grimalkin Tarot, which is MJ Cullinane indie deck. I bought this off her website. I think she has a new one out that you can get mass market, if I'm not wrong. And we have the Sun. I just love it because it gives me the vibe. You're in nature, you're looking at your butterflies and the doves, and you got the passion flower here, and the flowers and the sunflowers, and just the expression on this kitty. He's probably looking at something in the bushes there that he would like to get to, and he's thinking to himself, oh, I might climb up there and go get that thing that I want. I love this image. This is sort of a take on the Judgment, but a little bit more of a fun one. This is not a really great image in my opinion, but this has just got all the cats everywhere. They're still obviously in a graveyard and stuff, and you've still got the angel, but the cats, you know, like are everywhere. And even the cat on the wing of the angel with the crow. And I love this pussycat too. Reminds me of our Willow that has passed. Willow had green eyes, not yellow eyes. So that's the Judgment from the Grimalkin Tarot, and then the World. The kitty cat holding the globe of the world up in victory. So that's super fun. His little friends here encouraging him, and there's kind of like this golden shimmer going across the globe here. So that is the Grimalkin Tarot. And what I've done too, because I hardly ever show this deck, I thought I would bring these out together as well. So this is from the Soul Cards. This is also an indie deck, and I bought them from overseas. Made with love from Kristen Frederheim, Karina Nicker, and Eva Ekelund. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I just went onto their website. So this deck doesn't have a booklet. It doesn't come with a booklet, but it comes with a beautiful box with these flowers. And if you go online to their website, you can see the meanings of the cards there. So this is the Sun. You know, they're very simple. They're very kind of pippish, very stylized with this gold foiling. The Judgment. But I think they're kind of easy to interpret. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're not difficult to see what they are. We see that Judgment. And then the World. So with the flower inside, and then you've got the moon phases showing you that the moon is circling the earth, and then you've got the four signs here. So you've got Aquarius, you've got Scorpio, you've got Taurus, and you've got Leo. It sort of looks like a compass too, does it not? I thought I'd sort of bring out those because obviously all three are, you know, from the same deck. So now let me show you the other cards that I love. So this is the Sun from the Major Tarot by Masha Kulanovich. And her deck is based on the Thoth. Then the other Sun card that I love is from the Lightseers Tarot. It's just so full of joy and life and passion and vitality, because again, you know, the sun gives us energy. It's vital for us to survive on this planet. It gives energy, it makes things grow, and fun in the sun. Like, I grew up on a small island in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea, and summer was like the best time ever. And I guess that just harkens back to my time, summertime, beach, partying, work, salt on your skin, your hair sun bleached, just days passed at the beach, and evenings working and clubbing. You know what I mean? It's just like evokes these memories. And I mean, these are the same colors. Look, it's the same colors. Sorry, I've just moved them over here out of the glare. Beautiful. And then this one here, which is from the Tarot of Crowley. And I love it because it is the image of Pixie. That my favorite card of that deck, on par with the Empress. So the Tarot of Crowley, again, this is an indie deck. It is by Christoph James, and he is the creator of the Rain Coast Tarot, and this is the aquatint version. So that's my sun. Let's put that aside. And here we have my Judgement. Now, my favorite Judgement is this Judgement here. I absolutely love it. This is from the Light Seers Tarot, and this is the image that evokes to me what the Judgment is all about. It's about a rebirth, a resurrection. You know, we're kind of letting go of our old self, and we are allowing our new self to be born. It's just her expression too in this card, and this just, it's coming like out of her chest, and you know, this figure here, this ethereal figure, this spiritual sort of figure here is like so happy to be born. You know, her pose here is just like life, hello. It's just so evocative, this card. I really think this card embodies for me how I kind of envision the Judgment card. And then this Judgment card too has got a sort of like a similar vibe to it, in the sense that you have these figures coming out of this trumpet and following the call to try and lead a better life or becoming a better person. I love the fact that they're veiled too. It sort of gives that card a bit of a softness. Yeah, so this is from the Fountain Tarot, another one of my favorite decks. I haven't used the Fountain Tarot for forever actually, so I don't know. I might use it for January, so Aquarius season. Don't know, I'll think about it. And last but not least is this beautiful Judgment here. This is from the Shadowscapes Tarot, Stephanie Pouilly-Manlot, or Law. Sorry if I butchered your name, but this is another deck that is absolutely beautiful, and the artwork is stunning. I just love this image with all the butterflies, and she's got all these little, you know, images of all these people reaching out to her, sort of the angel, and there's all the poppies, and her trumpet is a flower, and there's little butterflies coming out of there. Absolutely gorgeous. So those are my Judgments. And last but not least is the World card. Now again, the World card is one of those cards, like this image I don't really love, and not my favorite image. However, I'll just show you the difference. So this one here is from the Thoth Tarot, and this is again the Maria Tarot, based on the Thoth. And I love the greenness, the lushness in this. You know, like instead of the sash, the red sash here that we've got, they have the serpent in this one, the serpent wrapping around her. And it kind of like, it looks like the opening of a veil, or you know, when you go in a tent and how you roll back the tent flaps, it kind of looks like that. And she's kind of bursting through with a light. There's the eye there, there's the 4 signs in the corners, and yeah, I just love the colors, you know, the blues and the greens evoking kind of the earth, or the marriage between the sky and the earth, and then they've got the yellows as well. And her expression, I love her expression. She's just really into it. She's vibing. She's vibing. So this is the World card from the Anima Mundi, and even though it doesn't really evoke to me the World card, I actually really love this image. It's actually stunning. The Anima Mundi Tarot by Megan Wyrewitten. Oh dear me, I butchered that. Sorry about that. So this is one of those decks that I bought because of some of the images that I saw on Instagram, but I didn't really fancy all that much. I can't sort of connect to it or read with it. So I'm going to try to really work with it this year, because why not? So that's the world from the Anima Mundi Tarot, and then we have this beautiful world from the Shadowscapes Tarot. Absolutely stunning. I love the way that she has the globe in her arms and she's pressing her forehead to it. And then that's the moon up there. So we've got the two luminaries, and then we've got this kind of round bit too. So there's all this kind of like a lemniscape kind of situation going on here, and the birds and the nature. It's just beautiful. The reverence shown here. And I think we've got fireflies here and stars, and absolutely stunning. Stunning. So there you have it, my friends. Those are my 5 top tarot trump cards for the 3 majors, the Sun, Judgment, and the World. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that I'm so late with it, and sorry, Marsha. Yes, I've done it now. I've completed the series. I thank you very much for having thought to do this tag. It's been fun to be able to play with the cards and sort of go through the decks and look at what cards one loves, and also getting more familiar, I guess, with the meanings, or what these trumps represent to us rather. So on that note, wishing you all a very, very happy 2025, peeps, and until my next one, thank you so much for liking, for subscribing, and for commenting. Ciao, Ali.